Welcome everybody. This is just a quick tutorial for all the chess sites on what to do next. One of the things that's been done, Shelley from Melbourne has developed some fantastic emergency procedures. I've copied all those emergency procedures for every single site. You need to now just update them and tailor them slightly to your individual site's needs. So how do you do that? Well, first, let's have a look at the emergency procedure register. And you'll notice that you've got all these, different types of emergency procedures that have been developed by Shelley in Melbourne. So what you need to do now is literally select Edit and go through and update these processes. But before you do that, if I actually just select the View icon, you'll see that there's responsibilities here for that's automatically been inserted here, and emergency equipment. So you need to update your responsibilities register, emergency equipment, so it automatically slots in here and creates this great document that now you can actually just generate into a PDF, and then it's all done for you. So go back to the site icons. The first thing you're going to do is select on the responsibilities register, and you're going to add responsibilities. Paul's obviously already done responsibility here for fire warden. You might say, for an example, add a responsibility for first aid. Select your site. Put a review date on there for continual improvement, whatever it may be that you want to actually set that. Person responsible, this is to review that document, not to actually complete it, so you can just hit P or whatever it may be. Take it over, Paul, to the responsibility box. It'll be in Paul's to-do list on that date there, so really you don't have to set yourself an alert, because if you set person responsible in this box here, it'll go into that person's to-do list, and then you can actually select the person from the drop-down list. So if you just select the letter P, it'll take you down to wherever it may be. Let's make Paul, for an example, responsible for first aid in this one here. You can actually select more than one person to take them over to this box. And let's just select Save. So you would actually have a number of responsibilities, the PCBU, depending on what state you're in, and you're looking at your fire warden, first aid, and all those other different responsibilities relating to each one of those emergency procedures that's built inside the system. So go through these emergency procedures, think what responsibilities you will need to develop, for which ones, and then you would do so. Alrighty, so second thing you're going to do is obviously an emergency procedure is going to need emergency equipment. So you'll find your emergency equipment register if I select management icon, and you'll find your emergency equipment register in your management icon. So add equipment, enter your equipment, might be not every individual one, because if they're going to come out nextly, do your fire extinguishers, they're coming out to test and tag, a lot of them. So just select fire extinguisher as a whole, and then put in the previous maintenance date and the next maintenance date. So we'll just do an example here for Paul, and then he can actually delete this later, whatever it may be. We can make a person responsible for that. Again, we can actually make Paul responsible for that. We take him to the responsibilities box. It will go in Paul's to-do list. You could, if you wanted to, still set up an email alert if you wanted to set up an email alert for yourself, but you can actually set it that it'll automatically just go into to-do list other than setting an email alert. Let's select Save. If you've done an error, it'll actually bring up that error. So the error here is that I've actually set a date here. The previous maintenance date is, after the next maintenance date. So let's just change that. I should have selected 2017, and we can just update. So you can't break the system. If you make an error, the system will tell you what you need to do. Alrighty, so the fire extinguisher is now into the equipment register, and of course you would add all the different ones like smoke detectors, exit lights, your DFib, if you've got a DFib, which you should, your chemical spill kit, all those different things that you actually should have inside here. So you would list them here with your maintenance dates and make a person responsible. So when you actually complete those first two steps of actually updating your emergency equipment and updating your responsibilities, what that actually does, if I actually come to the emergency equipment section here and select view, it's actually updated those people's responsibilities for that site. So what happens then is that you can actually generate PDF, print out your completed document, so just another thing you have to do just before it's completed and updated, select back, select edit next to the responsibility, leave this section as it is. You can leave this section as it is. It's been a fantastic procedure developed for you. Make sure that you've actually got these alerting systems in place, or you might want to add your own different one inside here and so forth, but make sure that the alerting system that you do have a fire alarm. It's a great way for you to actually check that you've actually got that, or you might want to actually add one and put your own procedure alerting system inside here. So you could actually change and update that, and then you'll see that your emergency equipment that you've actually entered inside the system is now listed in this third step that wasn't there before. So you can actually select on this here, and then you can actually make sure you actually put in an evacuation drill date and a review date. That's to review this document to make sure the people responsible are still working for you and so forth, and in that role. And you've also got this person responsible here, that you would actually make the person responsible for that. Then you would actually select finish. And that's how you actually update your emergency procedure section. I'll be sending some other little kind of videos on showing you what to do next, as I'll be working with Paul and Chess to implement your system as easy as possible. If you do need any help, please don't hesitate in hitting this help button here and going here and submitting your ticket. Thank you.